the devil run. I gave him poison just for fun. I had one friend, now there's none. I made the devil run. I broke so many bones, but none of them were ever my own. They were an army, I was alone. I broke so many bones. I'm bad as bad can be, so bad that it's hard to believe. Oh, what they say about me. I'm bad, take a look and see, so bad that it's hard to believe. I don't care what they say about me. I watched an empire fall. I stormed the gate and scaled the walls. They wouldn't share, so I took it all. I watched an empire fall. I'm bad as bad can be, so bad that it's hard to believe. Oh, what they say about me. I'm bad, take a look and see, so bad that it's hard to believe. I don't care what they say about me. Stop it! You better watch out, here I come! I'm bad as bad could be. 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 As bad can be, so bad that it's hard to believe. Oh, what they say about me. Yeah, I'm bad. Take a look and see, so bad that it's hard to believe. I don't care what they say about me. Oh, I'm bad as bad can be. Oh, so bad. I'm bad as bad can be.
Happy Friday. It's Chris and Mark with the NW Exchange Podcast. The only podcast you need to listen to know everything about Bella Vista and beyond. We hope everybody had an awesome week. It's the freaking weekend, baby. Let's get ready to give away some free stuff tonight. What's going on, my man?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Hanging in there. I'm happy it's the freaking weekend.
Amen.
You know, we are going to be doing that much anticipated giveaway tonight, a little bit later in the show. Keep everybody on their toes. Just remember, you don't have to be present. It would be nice if you're present, but you don't have to be present to win. I know people got lives and stuff to do, probably last minute Christmas shopping and all that fun jazz. Stay warm out there and be nice to one another.
Yeah, totally agree with you. We're getting right around Christmas time, man. It's hard to believe.
Yes, sir.
We get that cold spell coming in next week, so we're going to be having some subterranean temperatures, man.
Yeah, lock your dogs up. Go buy some eggs and bread, man. The storms are brewing.
Make sure you get your beer.
Yes, sir.
All
Well,
right, well,
tell me what we got going on with our normal format. You know, if you're new to the show, we typically talk about things that are happening, up and coming, and all that jazz, stuff that you might, want to check out. So
yeah, absolutely. So last week we talked about a little bit about Library Express. It's taking place tomorrow from 1 to 3 at the Bella Vista Public Library. So everybody be treated to songs, stories, crafts, hot chocolate. Be a good time to bring your kids out. You got younger kids.
yeah, it says reservations are required for this one. So I don't
Give them a
know.
call in the morning.
Yeah.
Should be a good time for the family. If you got young kids. Anybody that wants to get their workout on here, we have a Jingle Bell Jog, man, and this kind of chill.
Jingle Bell Jog.
Yeah, in Fayetteville, Botanical Garden of the Ozarks, taking place tomorrow, the 5K Botanical Run, Garden Run of the Ozarks. So 9 a.m. to noon, fun run. You can walk, you can jog, you can run, you can do whatever you want at the end of the day. So there'll be swag bags for the first 200 children there. So
Okay.
I think my days are running over, man.
Yeah, mine are too, pretty much. After that whole stump dump debacle, that's just not, it's not happening no more, brother. So
No, unless you run with some oxygen tanks on your back, man.
yeah, get the leg workout and then some, right?
Yeah, there's no pets at this race, man. You can't bring your dogs, and all race finishers will receive a finisher medal.
No dogs,
Everybody
man. That
wins.
doesn't sound very diverse and inclusive, bro.
No dogs, man. Everybody wins, though, Chris. Everybody wins.
Everybody's a winner, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're, it is in Fayetteville, so.
Right. Proceeds is going to support the Botanical Garden of the Ozarks mission to provide education, entertainment, and recreation.
That's
So,
a really cool place, man, out there. I don't know if you've ever been out there, but it's real pretty.
yeah, that's where they had the owl release, or what was it release? It was a hawk release. I went down with Quinn. Yeah.
Okay.
Or,
All right.
North Song was down there. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely stunning out
Yeah,
there. And
it's a very
people
pretty.
haven't been out there. It's a good place to check out.
Yep.
All right. Well, Monday, December 19th, the regular city council meeting, 6:30 p.m., man.
Yeah.
This is what we've been looking
That's
for.
the
This is
one where
final
we
push.
okay, so we're going to just go back out on the record and say, I have a feeling that they're going to suspend the rules and push that short-term rental legislation through. That is my gut feeling on this. We'll just see if the bloodhound knows and that the intuition I have is right this time, bro.
Yeah, I hope you're wrong, but
I hope I'm
think
wrong too.
Yeah, I think this is what the plan was from the get-go. They were never on board with the STR focus group. They never had any. I mean, Doug made it everybody very aware that he didn't want any part of it and didn't think it would be successful without him anyways. So
Right.
it is what it is. We
His
know
way
what we're
or the
dealing with.
highway, apparently. So, Sweet. We'll see what happens Monday. We will be. I plan on going with that, with you to that, and we're going to shoot some footage of it, just for documenting and bringing it back to our viewers after we break it down.
Yeah, definitely. So with the holiday right around the corner, Christmas, city offices will be closed Friday, December 23rd, and Monday, December 26th.
Okay.
So just give you a heads up there. And Frugal Friday, baby.
Frugal Friday.
$10 plus.
Bam.
Again. Well, I mean, it just doesn't stop, man. The gift that keeps on giving.
Those ribeyes, man. Still selling them ribeyes, dude.
They dropped it another 48 cents a pound. Now it's $5 a pound,
Dude,
man.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have
If
to
you
just
can't
try
get
to
off
make
the
it
couch
over
for
there.
that, man, there's just no
Yeah.
hope for you.
Hey, they got
I mean, look at it.
the bone-in shank or butt portion hams
Yeah,
this week too, bro.
$1.38 a pound, man.
We were talking about
Yep.
smoking a ham for Christmas, right? There you go.
Yep. Whole boneless pork loins $1.38 a pound, and 80/20 ground beef $2.26 a pound. I mean, every week, man, it's unbelievable, man.
They got some pies and some breakfast sauces, $2.55 each for
Yeah.
breakfast sauces. That sounds like a pretty decent deal.
I told you,
You
I
can't
picked up
beat
that
this place,
turkey,
man. You can't beat this place.
No, heck no, man. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, and there's in-store specials too. On top of that, people need to get out there and check those out, man. It's phenomenal,
Yeah. Well, that's
So-
it, baby. Our box 10 Frugal Fridays. Just letting
Yeah.
everybody know. We know times are hard. You gotta, save a little bit of money here and there where you can. And I'm gonna tell you point blank that stuff that you purchased and brought for me, it was good quality. You know what I'm saying? The price was like spot on, and it's good quality. So, I would say it's probably some better quality stuff than what we get in our local stores. So.
Yeah, and we buy bulk, man. You do too. It's like, we get a families, I eat a lot of meat, and it's cheaper for me to purchase like this,
I don't want to skimp on
pay.
quality when it comes to meat, but I mean with it, and I don't. And so the meat and the price is like on point for me for this store.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll probably have the ham then, and in the new year probably roll out that turkey I got for 50 cents a pound, man. You can't beat that. I got the butterball for 50 cents a pound, man.
Nice. Nice. Well, I got one more event that you didn't have on the agenda. We had a small, well, it's a local, well, I'd say Missouri local business. But they reached out and they wanted to put it on our radar. So I don't know what our viewership, what you're into, guys. If you're into this stuff, drop a comment. If you ain't into this stuff, well, you just turn and look the other way, right? But the folks up there at the Peppermint Hippo up in Pineville, Missouri, they got a little party going on Friday, December 23rd. It's called the Sexy Santa Party.
There you go.
We reached back out to them after they contacted us and asked them for details. Is there any beer specials or anything like that? You got a game on or something like that. Didn't hear back from them yet. I know they're probably busy. But if you're interested, I haven't. I didn't even think that these joints were open post COVID, but apparently they are. So I mean, like this might be interesting to some people. It might not. But we're
Is this
still
a family atmosphere thing?
Yeah, I don't know if it says girls, so I probably not, but it's still out there, and you know what? We're trying to support all local businesses, all small businesses. So if this is your thing, get out there and support some single mothers, and some working ladies. All right, we'll move that on now. Whoa. Well, that I guess since I showed it, I guess we'll go ahead and bring it up. The solemn day for Bella Vista. Today was Peter Christie's retirement party.
Oh,
And he received this
I forgot about it.
back 40 trail carving. They said it was his legacies of Little Sugar and legacies of Little Sugar and the back 40 trail. And this is the map of those trails. I would say his legacy is the abysmal job that he did on the stump dump. This should be a learning lesson for any politician or any civic leader of what not to do. So I would say, don't worry, Pete. Enjoy your retirement. I'm sure you'll pop up just like a bad penny in the near future. But we're not going to let your true legacy die here.
Or something.
We're not going to let his true legacy die. We're going to continue to show the material failures of public emergency response.
Yeah, it's amazing how people don't remember or even know anything about it, and they're just appalled by even watching it. And then it just
people
shows
have a short memory,
the sheer lack of leadership.
But best of luck to you, sir. Even though you and me don't see eye to eye, I don't wish no harm on you. I just want you to, enjoy the remaining of your days and hope that you do better as a human.
Yeah, I agree.
So, Mark, I think we'll take a quick break. I know we got some viewers who are just itching for this show to speed through, but we're going to take a quick break. Get our slide decks up for the next bit, and that is some national news, and then we'll get into it. Be right back, y'all.
Sounds like a plan.
What's your name? Where you from? The French have invaded. Portugal, yes.
AOC, Austin, Texas.
Keep it weird.
Yeah,
Where you from? Where you from?
Yeah.
Lying here, so hear me out.
We are back from that short intermission. Hopefully, you guys didn't miss us too much. We got our slide decks up and ready to roll for the next part of the show. So Mark, we live in Arkansas. Would you you're originally from the north, right? You're one of them damn Yankees. I like that you're drinking that moonshine over there, though.
I wish. I wouldn't be talking right now. I'd be slumped over my chair.
Would you consider us north or south of the Mason-Dixon line on down here in Arkansas from a historical perspective? I don't want people getting triggered. Okay, we're just talking about history, right?
Yeah.
And Arkansas has a very rich history.
Right.
Hey, thanks for the like, Evan. We appreciate that, buddy.
Thanks, Evan.
So you're from the north, and obviously I was born in Arkansas, so I would consider myself from the south. But me and you are like best friends, buddy.
Brothers.
We're brothers, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think that you view history as something that's offensive. I've always viewed history as something to learn from, and those those quotes, even though I know they sound cliche, those who forget their past are destined to repeat it.
It's true. Very true. Yeah.
And so Richmond, Virginia, was actually part of the Confederacy, and so what's happening over in Richmond, I find just disgusting and appalling, but it's happening regardless. And I'm like, well, where are the adults in the room to stand up and say something about it? It's not that I'm pro-Confederacy or anything like that. I believe that, and a lot of people are like, oh, well, if the Confederates lost and they're traitors to this country, but this is why it is called a civil war, right? And after a civil war, what happens? You have to find a way to reunite the country, right? You just don't go and kill off a bunch of. Apparently, that's what they want to do these days, but that's just not the humane or right thing to do. And even back then, our country knew the right thing to do. So, why am I bringing this up? Is because there was some news this week over the web share.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgraceful.
Virginia Capitol removes the last public Confederate monument. Okay, that's fine if you want to remove a monument, right? I think that these things are out there to educate people, to keep that reality in everybody's mind. If you're offended by a statue, I can give you 12 statues that I'm offended by in museums, right? But the argument is they're not in the public view, right? You have to go to this place. Okay, well, what's next, right? What is the next thing that we're gonna deem offensive? Are we gonna just rip down monuments in Washington D.C.? Because those are right.
Where does it stop?
It's a slippery slope. And so they. I'm going to read the news story. It's Reuters. Virginia Capitol removes last public Confederate monument. Black-owned construction business on Monday dismantled and removed the last public Confederate statue on display in Richmond, Virginia, the city that had served as the capital of the Confederacy during the U.S. Civil War. The memorial to Ambrose Powell Hill, a Confederate general killed in the battle days before the war ended in April of 1865, was taken down as a small crowd of onlookers cheered. Richmond began removing dozens of Confederate monuments in 2020 as part of a reckoning with the U.S. South's legacy of slavery. Statues of the Confederacy, a pro-slavery coalition of southern states that fought to secede from the Union, were once protected by state law. Defenders of the statue say that they are tributes to the bravery of those who fought to defend the South, and that their removals amount to erasing history. Mayor LeVar Stoney said Richmond must do away with symbols that tell a false narrative of American history, and that the city has become a more inclusive place without the monuments. Similar to what's happened with the one in Bentonville Square, right?
Right. Right.
And I understand, like, the Bentonville Square, that statue. Is that the appropriate thing there? No, but it has been there.
Right.
And they decided to remove it. But this is where the story takes a turn, right? Okay, it's a statue. It is what it is. But the story takes a turn, right? Because on top of this, where they removed the last one, what are they doing now? Well, they didn't. That wasn't enough. So they went and
Right.
dug up the man's body. Dug up the man's body. I mean, this is this the society that we live in, where it's just okay to dig up human remains now, and I mean, disturb the dead
Yeah, it's
who aren't
disgraceful,
doing
man.
anything to you.
Yeah, and the family just, I can't wrap my head around this, man. You can't change our history. You can only learn from it. And like you said, I mean, you can't rewrite history, man. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, you get a small fraction of the population starts whining about stuff. Then we got to take action, and people sitting around clapping, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man.
So Bo Moon
You know?
says these monuments were erected to promote racism, and that may or may not be the truth. That's the narrative, right? And again, if the city decides to pull down the monument, that's on them, right? But where I think the line that has been crossed is now you're removing bodies, and so
Well, it's sacred, right? I mean,
Right.
that's someone's family. I mean, that's some's.
That's so
their family.
inhumane.
Yeah.
right? And regardless, these okay, hypothetical, right? Some people right now in the United States are saying, well, we're headed for another civil war, right? A lot of people are saying that.
Right.
So does the losing side just get erased from Earth altogether, like they never had anything? Because again, it's a civil war, right? It's
Right.
a war within the own country. Some would argue that we're already there. I don't think that we're there. If anything, we have very strong and polarized differing opinions, but it has not gone hot or kinetic yet.
Yeah.
If that were to happen, though, and it went kinetic, would you be okay with potentially your family members getting dug up and erased from history?
Yeah. It's disgraceful, man. It's
It
sickening.
is.
I just can't wrap my head around this. And the fact, and I would bet a majority of those citizens didn't have a say in that process anyways. So you have a small fraction of the population complaining.
It's a loud,
And they just-
tiny, squeaky wheel.
Right. And then you bend over backwards for them, and oh my God. And you know, so it's been there for how many years? And all of a sudden it's an issue in 2022.
Well, it's
you
against
know?
federal law, too. I mean, because Congress did, bipartisan Congress basically said that, Confederate soldiers are veterans of the United States. That was an act that was passed in this country. And
Right.
and they
And they
are
should be.
Americans. They're, everybody's like, well, they're traitors or whatever. And again, there's a lot of people who tote this narrative that the Civil War was 100% about racism. Again, that's a narrative, right? There's multiple reasons why. Some of them were embargoes and taxation without representation, and basically exploiting the southern states because the southern states were producers, right? And if it was truly about slavery, well, why was slavery existent in the North after the Civil War ended?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just it's a straw man's argument.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
It's sad to see that our country has devolved to this.
yeah. Well, and like I said, it's just
Digging up
it's a
bodies
few
of the
these
dead, dude.
groups
That is just not. That's bad juju, man.
Yeah, I mean, if it was anything, then they should have just did a vote on it on the monument and see where everybody stands with it. You know,
Yeah.
by just tearing it down and celebrating it, what did you accomplish? You know.
Well, they accomplished moving that into a minority-owned museum on top of it.
Right.
So I guess it's not offensive there, right?
So if you feel someone's racist, you go up and dig the grave on any cemetery they want. I mean, it's just so ridiculous. Man.
It's just I think that we're seeing this type of stuff, and this is a very slippery slope for society. Period.
Right.
Again, we can agree to disagree on multitude of things, right? But the common thread is that we're all Americans, and there are some the humanity aspect of burying your dead regardless of what side they were on, and letting them rest in peace. And I think that this is just more
disgraceful,
craziness, man.
It's absolutely disgraceful. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah.
You know.
We'll move along to the next news article. It's not so serious, y'all. Okay. It's not even about the real world. It's about Twitter.
It
What
just
Dave
doesn't
Chappelle
stop.
say? Twitter's not even the real world. You know?
Now I know why Jack Dorsey wanted him to drop all this stuff, because this is like when they start like
Oh, it's like death by
25
a
Days of
million
Christmas.
tweets, man. It's really what it boils
Yeah,
down
it's like that
to.
when you're a kid. Remember the 25 Days of Christmas or your kids? Every day there's a new a Christmas movie. This is what this is, man. And he's just letting it roll a little bit at a time, man. And it's just, I mean, it's crazy.
Well, he's it's like a slow drip, right? So you get enough to appease you, but then it leaves you wanting more, right?
yeah.
Like, what's
yeah.
next?
It's like the
What's next?
WikiLeaks, man.
Yeah. But Twitter file part 6, it reveals the FBI's ties to the tech giant as if it were a subsidiary. I'm going to basically summarize this story, but basically the FBI was reaching out to Twitter saying these specific people on Twitter, because they were monitoring Twitter, were in violation of the terms of service. So they were targeting people,
Right.
on
Could have been
Twitter.
anybody for that matter. Might not even have been. They could just come up with a name. Somebody
You
didn't
want them
or-
silenced, man. I mean,
Yeah, they want to suppress somebody.
I didn't really think that was the role of the federal government, is to monitor Twitter
Apparently it is.
and be like little snitches. But I guess these little bitches were snitches, man. So, I mean,
Someone posted on it. It was funny because I was listening or reading it earlier before I came on. He said something effective. He said, "Well, now that we know they're taking all the resources to Twitter and they've been removed out of there, they can spend more time on Hunter's laptop."
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I mean, geez, dude. I mean, there's so much that could be done. I don't know. It's amazing how they have the time to sit there and say, well, this person tweeted something that was against your terms of service, right? But they didn't have enough time to, I don't know, do anything about the Epstein trafficking ring or anything. I mean, there's a ton more things that could have been, these resources could have been used to.
You know what's going to happen
right?
with this? They're going to sit in front of Congress, Chris. Again, it'll be the same crew, FBI. Well, we didn't know that we were overseeing it in a broad sense, and
Yeah.
we had some Russian interference or that kind of bull. We know what they're up to, man.
I know.
They're not fooling anybody.
Well, I'm enjoying this because, like I said, it's a slow drip. It's information that you can consume, and then you have the time to ponder it versus like a major dump that everybody's got to rifle through, and then you're getting little pieces here and there and all that, right? This is the right
Chris.
way to do it, to get people
Think it-
educated and kind of okay, well, that's kind of messed up, man.
Think about it this way. They infiltrated that. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they were in every social media platform. If they hit
Absolutely.
that, it's pretty.
Hi
They're
guys.
home.
How are you guys doing?
Hey guys, how's field office in Kansas City, boys? How you doing,
Yeah, buddy.
Or no, they have one in Little Rock. I'm sorry. I feel bad
Yeah.
for those guys, but what are you
Well,
gonna do?
it's I mean, I work for I if somebody says I work for the FBI, man, you think that they're like an esteemed, like, oh man, this guy's like badass, right? And then you find out that they were just monitoring Twitter. Give me a break, bro. Ah.
Yeah, they should be state affairs than anything federal banking or any kind of that would fall underneath of them. But I guess
Yeah.
there's a new role for them, man, and they have downtime.
Yeah, I guess so, man. I mean, like, I'm sure they got like a whole department that does it. I'm not sure, but well, again, Elon's going to keep on doing this, and there was more news from Twitter today as well, and I was tracking a little bit of this as time allowed. But Twitter on Thursday suspended the accounts of several prominent journalists who recently wrote about its new owner, Elon Musk, with the billionaire tweeting that rules banning the publishing of personal information applied to all, including journalists. Responding to a tweet on the account suspensions, Musk, who had described himself as a free speech absolutist? I don't even know if that's the right word. Tweeted, same doxing rules apply to journalists as to everyone else. It referenced the Twitter rules banning the sharing of personal information called doxing.
Right.
Musk's tweet referred to Twitter's Wednesday suspension of @ElonJet, an account tracking his private jet in real time using data available in the public domain. Musk had threatened legal action against the account's operator, saying his son had been mistakenly followed by a crazy stalker.
Yeah.
It's all unclear if the journalists whose accounts were suspended commented on or shared news about @ElonJet. Criticizing me all day long is totally fine, but doxing my real-time location and endangering my family is not. Musk tweeted on Thursday. He had tweeted last month that his commitment to free speech extended even to not banning the account following my plane, even though that is a direct personal safety risk. He tweeted on Thursday that there would be 7-day suspension for doxing, followed that up with a poll asking Twitter users to vote on when to reinstate the doxing account.
There you go. Let the people decide, man.
Exactly.
I like that. So I remember this because the flight patterns, the guy posted the flight patterns and stuff like that. And I think, didn't Elon want to pay him like $5,000 or something just to...
Yeah, he was going to pay him just to stop, man. You know, I think it was more than... I thought it was like $80,000 at one time.
It might have been. Maybe
but,
it might have got
But he's like,
that.
dude, just, I mean, like, really? Like, I mean, I'll pay you to stop this, dude. This because it's stupid. You're putting me at risk. You know, you're putting my family at risk, and the person just insisted on doing it. So, whatever, right? So they got banned. He had offered too many options on the poll.
What reason would he do that for, right?
Well, it's because it shows that it shows that he's being reasonable and trying to settle it like adults would before he takes the appropriate action.
Sure.
So he then said he had offered too many options on the poll and would redo it after the results showed that some 43% voted for reinstating the accounts now, the largest share for any option. Twitter did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The suspensions echo chaotic actions at Twitter since Musk took over, including rapid firings of top management and thousands of employees seesawing on how much to charge for Twitter's subscription service, Twitter Blue, and reinstating banned accounts, including that of former President Donald Trump. Twitter now leans heavily on automation to moderate content, doing away with certain manual reviews and favoring restrictions on distribution rather than removing certain speech outright. Its new head of trust and safety, Ella Irwin, told Reuters this month. This pretty lengthy story, but CNN had some journalists, Washington Post had some journalists. Some of these people are really legitimately ticked off, right? And they're like, this is ridiculous. I'm a journalist. This is the censoring of journalists and da 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 da, right? And I'm like, dude, you are the same people that were like fine with silencing the president of the United States because you were so... And what was their answer? Learn how to code, bro. Start your own social media platform. Okay? You said it. I'm going to say those words back to you. If you're triggered because you acting like an ass and you got your butt banned.
Yeah. And part of that feed, too, is he released was that... I forgot who Yoel Roth. What was he? He's like the... second in command, right, at one of the times, but he was feeding the FBI all the information too, going back and forth in his accounts.
Bro. A lot of bad actors. A lot of bad actors, dude.
Oh yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then I would imagine that there's a lot more to come.
Yeah, well, I'm just blown away by the hypocrisy, man. I mean, like again, to delete and take down a sitting president's account.
Yeah.
Not take down terrorist leaders' accounts.
In the United States, too. Can you believe that? This day and age, it's just mind-boggling. But this is what they teach now, man. It's okay to suppress the information. If it doesn't align with you, we suppress it. That's how people are, learning now.
And it's funny that you brought that up because the EU court rules recently happened as well, that over there in the European Union court rule. Let me go ahead and go to reader view on this one. They must remove search results that are proven false. Man, that's a slippery slope right there, right?
Yeah. Well, they're ahead of us, you know.
That's
I
a
mean, he is ahead
slippery
of us.
slope, though, bro. I mean, like, because you have a hypothesis and you're promoting this hypothesis so that you can actually, like, elicit, I don't know, experts in that field, right? And somebody says, well, that's false. Even though the guy's, like, doing science and engineering and everything
Yeah.
else, right? Like, well, technically that idea is just gone, right? This is so 1984, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so crazy.
Yeah,
You
I
will
don't think
believe
that
what
was
the
really
Ministry
well
of
thought
Truth
out.
said. I mean, like, this is kind of scary stuff, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't look at it from that perspective. That's a good point. You know,
I mean, I get
think that-
taking down like blatantly false news, right? But we saw how that worked too with all the fact checkers, right?
But you look at that, and you look at look at what the CDC was putting out.
Right. Their stuff. Well, trust the science, right? Trust the science. But
The
your
FDA,
science
look
isn't
what the
science.
FDA
Well, you're
puts
fake
out.
news. Take it down, right? But I mean, like, something wrong here, man. We've gone
I can-
full 1984.
Yeah, I can point out tons of stuff from the CDC and FDA that they put out wasn't factual.
Yeah.
You know,
There's a ton of stuff, and it
It's
comes out
proven.
daily, man. It comes out daily.
Yeah.
I mean, think about all the stuff. The vaccine will save your life, right? You won't get COVID. It protects you. It protects you from getting it. It protects you from
Right.
transmitting it. All of this stuff has been proven false, right?
yeah, it's a disgrace, man. It's a disgrace. And again, it goes back to what we said before. Why do people believe in the system anymore? You see this stuff, and now you dig into it more, and why would you believe they're not in your business? You know what I mean?
Right.
You're looking at it from a 30,000 foot view at Twitter and seeing what's happened. It could happen. It's happened to everybody.
Well,
If they're
I
doing
saw
that
this
now-
thing because it was also talking about the national debt, right?
Yep.
You know, the federal government was looming a shutdown. They did do a stopgap measure. I think it was for a week, so that I'm not going to call them leaders, but these people that sit in D.C. Can try to come up with a way to swindle people out of more money. But so they did a stopgap measure, right? So I think they're funded till like the 23rd, next Friday or something like that. But they basically said, imagine being $22 trillion in debt, and that increases exponentially daily. And then them telling you that you have bad credit, right? You know,
Yeah.
like issuing
Yeah.
you a
Or-
credit
or-
score.
Let me
right?
take you a step further, man. You're sending monies, billions upon billions of dollars to Ukraine in the middle of this, and we can't run this. Go print some money, knucklehead, like you do everywhere else.
But I mean,
You
it's
know?
just it's like if you really look at it in that context. I mean, these companies, like they're the ones giving you your credits. I mean, I think it's like three companies, right? Equifax,
Yeah.
TransUnion, and what's the other one?
Oh,
The one that everybody forgets about, right?
yeah.
But
Somebody out there not remembers.
yeah, somebody remembers.
Put in
But
the
you know,
comments
like
for us.
they'll sit there and where's the credit score for being that much in? I mean, like the debt to income, but they can
You know,
borrow exponentially no matter what they want. You know, it's ridiculous.
Listen, people, it's the misconception. It's like, yeah, everyone wants to have a good credit, but at the end of the day, the sweet spot for people that are lending money is the 650 area, because they know they can get them on a better, they can make
They
more
get them on
money.
a higher rate, and they know that
Yeah.
person may be struggling, so they're more likely to
Absolutely.
use the credit.
Absolutely.
Like I always said, if you get Experian, yeah. Well, we said Experian, TransUnion, and I guess it was
Equifax.
Yep, there you go. Experian. Yep. Thank you, Ross, for that. It's Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. But yeah, it's and the fact that their numbers don't even align, so they're just using the saying like
Yeah. Well,
it has
it's like
gotten
you s-
better though. It has gotten
we talked
better.
about this before, the social credit scores and all this bull crap. I mean, this is happening in China. China does that.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
wait
and
a
that's
minute,
what's
Chris, we don't
next.
like
That's
what you
that's
said,
what
so
comes
we're-
next. You know, there is a push from a lot of legislators to go with the digital ID, and associated with that digital ID will be your social credit score.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good luck,
No.
man. I think that over in China, don't they have an app that tells you if you're like around, like if you're like within 5 feet with somebody with a bad social credit score as well? And so like if you if you're around this person too much, man, you're
That's why I love the
associated
people
with
that
them, and your
complain.
credit score goes down.
People that are living, they're complaining about, the U.S. Just go ahead, man. Take that one-way trip, man.
Yeah.
Go out to communist China. Let me know how.
I ain't
that
gonna have
goes.
no friends, man. If they implement that app here, bro. Everybody, hell no, I ain't hanging out with you. So,
Was there something? I need some deodorant.
no, Steve, no, you got a bad social credit score. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Actually, I totally expect to get one too.
We can't serve you any food because you have a bad credit score.
I mean, but I don't know, man. It's crazy. It was like, it was like the whole, what was it? People being denied life-saving medical care because they didn't have their certificate of COVID vaccination, right?
Yeah.
Same concept.
Well, that's what they said. That's what they're doing out on the West Coast now with insurance rates and stuff for cars. Did you see that auto rates?
No, if you don't have a vaccine, you're going to be like a crappier driver.
You're going to pay a premium.
Oh my gosh!
If you don't eat tofu, man, you're paying a premium. You can't even take this serious.
No, you can't.
You can't even. I mean, what the hell is wrong with these people?
Sadly, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. I'm just taking it one day at a time. I was socially distancing before socially distancing was a thing, man. I have a very small circle of friends. You know that.
Yeah.
In general, I like talking with people. I mean, I'm kind of a extroverted introvert.
Yeah.
But the flip side of that coin is like, I don't really like the world for what it's become. Society, basically. Like, I think a lot of people during the whole COVID time, they realized, man, how nice is life just being in your little bubble,
Yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt psychologically it messed a lot of people up. There's no doubt. And I think people don't have the respect for people's property anymore or their things. I don't know what's happened, but it's just a different world, man. It's
I think there's just a demographic of people that just weren't smacked around as kids enough, man. They had those anti-bully. I mean, like, dude, you have to think about the wild, man. People out in the wild, animals out in the wild, even like pups, coyote pups, man. They're out there wrestling and stuff and nipping at each other, and even the mother, nips at these animals, right, to kind of do that corrective behavior, right? And we're no different. We have the ability to speak, and we're a larger population, and we're quote unquote civilized. And I use that term loosely because what is actually civilization is relative, right? If you look at all of these different civilizations that have risen and fallen, and what we're seeing now is a dynamic shift in what we are normalizing for our civilization.
Right.
I think it's happening very rapid and fast, and that's why it's kind of shock therapy for a lot of people. At the end of the day, most of the stuff doesn't bother me. You do your thing, I'll do mine, right? But the problem, the stuff that bothers me is when you can't have that same respect. You do your thing, right?
Yeah. It's got to be their way or the highway, right?
Right.
It all starts at home, Chris. You know that. The family, the parents have to be engaged with their kids, and it's the family unit, man.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not willing to spend the time and effort with your kids, and then that's what happens. They get involved with a lot of bad stuff. I mean, when I was younger, if I got in trouble, my old man would he'd freaking take the belt, dude. It'd be go time.
Bro, I can remember getting butt whoopings where it was like, oh man, I felt bad, like my dad felt bad too. He's like, man, I probably went a little rough on him,
Yeah.
Did that make me, I guess, being a father now, take kind of a different approach? Like, I don't really like whip, that much. Like, I mean, like, I'm more vocal,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see like a need to lay a hand on my kid though. He knows when daddy's a little ticked off, man. I mean, he pushes me sometimes though, but you know,
I don't think it's such
beat,
a bad thing.
you know,
though,
I don't
Chris.
think I don't think beat your kids is right either, right?
No,
But I think
no.
that, you know, discipline is discipline. You know, push-ups are a thing. Like, I mean, like, you know, obviously military non-commissioned officer, I knew how to discipline grown men, and I could make them cry half the time. You know, and that's get down and start doing push-ups. Oh, your arms tired? Yeah, cool, man. Start doing some up downs. Oh, your legs getting tired? Yeah, go do some sit-ups. You know, and oh, your abs getting tired? Do some push-ups, right?
Yep.
And eventually, it's going to sink in, man, because you don't like. I mean, but the flip side of the coin is it's also, you know, it's good for the kid. Do some
Right.
push-ups, right?
Yep.
All you're doing is building some muscle.
Yeah, but I was scared to get out of line, man. You know what I mean? I mean, I was just, if I crossed that line, man, I was gonna pay the price.
I had enough ass whoopings, man, as a kid. I was just like, whatever, man. An ass whooping's not that bad. So, you know, I was kind of a hard head, though. You know?
We were a bunch of hooligans, but
Yeah.
My kids were so much better than what we are. We were just wild, but my dad just didn't put up with that crap, man.
Yeah.
You know, he was fair and helped us whenever we needed help, but man,
Yeah.
you cross that line, you're gonna pay.
Boy,
you're
my
gonna pay
dad
the
could be
piper,
so
man.
mad at me, man. Like, but then, like, you know, like he'd always have that soft side, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
and so, you know, I try to do the same thing. Like I said, I'm more of like a, you know, you're gonna have consequences. You know, either that's no TV, push-ups, you know, and obviously Mama. Shout out to Mama, right? She does a heck of a job, you know, of corrective
Yeah.
actions too. So
Yeah.
don't
It's always
ever
the
forget
better
about
half that
her,
does
right?
the-
She, and that's why it's important to have, you know, two parents in a household raising what you hope to be is a productive American, right?
and they get
it
really
takes
good
two.
when they get older, playing against each other too.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Can I watch TV? Ask your mom. Well, she told me to ask you.
Oh, yeah,
Well, I'm
man.
telling you to go ask her, right? She said yes. Did you say yes? No, I told him to ask you. Okay, why'd you lie to me, dude? No, you ain't watching
Or
TV.
you're working on something, you say yes. Did you know what you just said to him? I said yes.
Exactly. Crafty little
Said you could
shit,
drive
you know.
the car, yes.
But
No,
I
you know,
love it,
I
man.
always thought they
Fatherhood
had
is
pretty
an
good
awesome.
kids, man.
Yeah, fatherhood's an awesome experience, bro.
Yeah, it goes by quick. I miss it when they're little, but I still enjoy them. Really enjoy them now, and I'm happy where they are. You know.
Yeah. Gunner is he's a good kid, man. He's always trying to help out, you know. A little
That's
bit too
good,
much
man.
sometimes, you know, but I did tell him, man, I was like, you know, when we start going out and doing these live interviews or live recordings and stuff, you know, this is an opportunity for you to learn some of the production side of this, and
Yeah, that'd
we
be
may
cool.
have a little assistant man helping us,
Yeah,
right? You know,
that would be
so-
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Good deal.
Well, we're gonna take a quick break, and then I know everybody's jonesing for the T-shirt giveaway, so we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Same video, nothing new. You guys will be all right.
We'll get some new stuff, right?
Yeah, working on it. All right, we'll be right back.
What's your name? Where you from? The French have invaded.
Portugal.
Portugal, yes.
AOC, Austin, Texas.
Keep it weird.
Yeah, we.
Where you from? Where you from?
Yeah.
Lying here, so hear me out. So let's run, run, run. Pull me in and take me out. Let's run, run, run around.
And we are back. Back.
All right, man.
All right. The moment everybody's been waiting for. But first, we're going to open up the phone lines. If you guys want to give us a call and yell at us for talking about some, no, I'm just kidding. Like we will open up the phone lines, but I know everybody's waiting for these T-shirt giveaways, right? I mean, we're getting messages to the show email now about when's the
people
store
wanna order 'em
opening.
too,
and
man. I
stuff
told them
and stuff.
January.
January 1st, we will definitely be opening up the store. Beginning of the year, new gear, right? And we appreciate everybody inquiring about that and excited about that. That helps support our show. All the costs that, we recoup. I mean, dude, I don't even know. I don't even want to say how much money we've put into this effort just out of our own pockets doing this. But now, I think, once we're at that year mark, bro, we ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like we're there, right?
Yeah,
We're getting there.
I agree.
So what are we doing?
Spin that wheel, baby.
Spin that wheel, baby.
There you go, Sally.
All
See?
right. There it is.
Sally's waiting to win.
Everybody's jonesing for this T-shirt, these shirts, man. So,
All right, man.
So, I am watching the chat right now. Are you guys ready? If you're ready, throw a 1 in there. Throw one. If you throw a 1 in the chat if you're ready. Okay, I want to make sure that people are engaging. All right. The name of the game is engagement. Throw a 1 out there if you're ready for me to spin this wheel. I'm waiting. We'll give them. We're waiting. It's got to take 30-second. There's a 30-second delay. Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a 1 coming in. Heather, Sebastian. That's right. Oh, we do got to give a shout out to everybody on the wheel too.
Yeah.
Everybody on the wheel.
How many did it turn out to be, Chris? 20?
Well, you count. I'm going to say the names, okay?
All right.
Douglas Merrick, Victor, and if I murder your names, I'm sorry. Rayskin, Sally Bozarth, Uric Norton, Rob Mahler, JC Norton, David Lamb, Scott Galloway, Stacy Risher Lamb, Shauna Greers, Christy Snyder, Peter Bitondo, Wayne Hugeri, sounds Italian, Lance Chambers, Heather Sebastian, Sonia Nelson, Mark Upshaw, Ryan Warsaw, and Lori Chaffee Richardson.
We got about 20. Yeah.
So everybody, thank you for entering, and don't, make sure you like, share, subscribe to our show YouTube channel as well. We will be doing more of these giveaways. That being said, let's see how many number 1s we got. Sally goes, snap it up. Snap it. No, look, Sally.
You just jinxed yourself.
You just
Sally.
jinxed yourself, all right? Look, we going to another. Look,
Jinx
we resetting.
yourself.
All right. Come on, Sally, give me a number 1 in there. All right,
Roll.
all right. Spin that wheel. Here we go. We're back.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Come on, Sally, throw a 1 out there. All right, are we ready? Give me a countdown,
roll it,
brother.
baby.
Give me a countdown.
3, 2, 1. Spin it, man.
Spin it. Are you gonna spin? There you go.
Spin. There you go.
All right, so this is for T-shirt number 1.
All right, man.
I will let you know that
I got the house on red. I'm going with red.
the wife said that if her name pops up, that we're gonna throw out
red. Going to
another
red.
spin.
Oh man, I'm gonna go into convulsions here, man.
All right, here we go. Here we go. And oh my gosh, Sally won. Sally won a freaking shirt. Oh, are you kidding me? Man, I was not expecting that, man. Dang nabbit. Sally, of all people, our hardest critic. Won a dang show. Man, okay. The universe is aligning in Sally's.
Oh man, Sally, she's freaking
All right.
gonna be loving life now.
Well, I'm happy for you, Sally. Good job, Sally.
man.
Awesome. It's not rigged. I mean, honestly, it's not. I was like shocked that this even popped up. But hey, this is the. Trust me. You'll get your shirt. Okay. All right.
Can't
Spin
win
number
twice.
2. Spin number 2. Did you say can't win? Yeah, you can't win twice. Okay, so spin number 2. Y'all ready? Throw a 1 if you're ready. I'll wait till I get some dang 1s, man. It don't matter to me.
Who was
Name
in
of the
between-
game is engagement. Are you ready for another spin? Throw a
Who
1
was
in
in
the
between
chat.
Sally there? Who were the
Let's
two
see.
people in between?
Douglas and Uric. Oof.
Oh man, just
Man,
missed.
Uric was that close, bro.
Oh man.
All right, we getting some 1s? Everybody ready?
All right,
All right.
spin that baby.
No, I need a countdown. Oh, I got another. Let's go. All right, Heather, we're going. Give me a countdown. 3, 2,
Spin
1. Spin that wheel.
that wheel, man.
All right, it's spinning. I don't know. Look, no hands.
No hands. Yeah.
This is so fun, man.
That's crazy.
I can't wait to do the next one.
Yeah, well, you never know.
Oh, bleeding money out over here.
Yeah. 15 later.
And
Everybody wins.
oh, the wife won, man. So you know what that means? We go to a third spin.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause she was gonna give it.
Wow.
She was gonna give it to.
Yeah,
right?
she gets the benefits of being married to me and getting merchandise. So
Oh, no.
but what she said is if she won, that she would give it to another spin. So y'all get one more chance. Are y'all ready? I mean,
That's a good thing.
go ahead and
The odds just
put
went up.
it in the chat. No whammies, okay?
Right.
Because we getting ready to spin this sucker. I want to let the wheel cool off a little bit. Let's let the wheel cool off a little bit. All right. Don't want people saying this is rigged or nothing. All right.
Yeah,
we're going back to the
right.
wheel. All right. The wheel's going to reset. We're going back.
Yeah.
Spin the wheel.
All right, here we go.
There's the wheel. It's reset. All right. Y'all ready? Here you go. The last spin.
All right.
Good luck,
3,
everybody.
2, 1. Blast off, man. Yeah. Isn't that crazy, man?
I can't believe
it
that. dude.
came off. Jack up my eyes.
All right. And Victor Rayskin wins. Congratulations, Victor. We will definitely be reaching out to you for your information. If you're a local, we got 2 options here. One, so if you won, message the show or we'll message you asking you for your preferred size. 2, if you're local, we can do one of 2 things. I can order them and I can save a little bit of money on shipping and deliver, or we'll have it delivered to your house. I don't know. We'll ask you what your preferred methodology is. I don't bite. I'm going to probably just show up and drop the box out and say, congratulations.
Yeah.
Don't enter again. No, I'm just kidding.
Send us an email and
Yeah.
we'll take care of it for you.
Well, that's it, man. That's the end of the giveaway period. I am digging the jazz music, though.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, man, what a crazy.
Well, next week we will be giving away another thing. You guys going to have to follow the Facebook page, figure out what that is.
All right.
We'll go back
Awesome.
over here. So we can go ahead and open up the phone lines for about 5 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. Phone lines are now officially open. Congratulations to the winners. I am like that's such fun, man. I had a good time
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, I'm sure people wanted to win, and Sally's funny. She's too much. Sally's too much.
Yeah.
I know what she's been talking
She,
about. It the
she
whole
thinks
week.
talk smack to us all the time, man. And like out of all people, she's winning it, man. You know, it's like, oh my gosh. You don't know how much this. Quit talking smack, Sally. This hurts me a lot. All right.
Yeah. Oh, she had good mojo, man.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. Well, we'll get more people having an opportunity to win.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll be giving away more stuff, more merch, more cool stuff in the near future. I'm not really want to give away what we're giving away yet next week, but soon we'll do a
Yeah.
post.
that'd
Same
be
same
good.
thing will apply, man. You just guys got to enter, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, you always delete your smack, but I still see it. So just remember that, Sally. But yeah, phone lines are open, 479-202-4053. If you guys want to say something to us, say it. If you don't, that's fine too.
Yeah.
We will continue going along. So, Mark, we got a little bit of stuff to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
Getting ready for next week. And we're just going to keep on stanking on, as they would say over there in Smella Vista.
Yeah. Yeah, we get it. Well, we get the meeting Monday, then we get that interview tomorrow. So it should be interesting.
Yeah,
We gotta-
and then
we gotta
Christmas
get
is
out there
around
and
the
get that
corner,
done.
man. Christmas
So
is
I'm looking
right
forward to
around.
that.
You're looking forward to what? The Monday? Or
No, are we going to try to get out to the queue tomorrow?
Yep.
So we'll
We
do
definitely
that.
are doing that tomorrow, and then that'll be featured on next week's show. And
Cool.
got a couple more things coming up after that. So,
Good deal.
all right. Well, we hope everybody has a great evening. Congratulations to our winners. Don't worry if you didn't win. The store will open up on the 1st. If you if you're inquiring, if you didn't win it tonight and you're inquiring about a shirt, and you live local, I can do an order before the store opens. We'll just have to see if we can work that out. It's a process to open up an online store to cover all your tax bases and all that. And so that's really what we're waiting on. Functionally, I can order stuff. So I don't know. We can work that out. If you are interested in a shirt and you have Christmas ideas, just email the show at NWA Exchange or chris@nwaexchange.com, and we could probably work something out if you're trying to get a present. Shipping does take about 7 days. Big thing is if it's not here on time, you can put a picture of it in a box or envelope and say, "This is on the way," right? And give it to them on Christmas Day. Anyhow, I appreciate the support from everybody. I know Mark does as well.
Yeah.
We love
we
doing
really do.
this.
We
We're here
appreciate
for you,
everybody.
and this is what we do.
Yeah. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great night.
All right. Stay happy, healthy, humble. Call your mama. Be nice to people if you're out there shopping. Till then, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Take care, everybody.
Take a stand, everybody.